My name is Billie Kirkton. I grew up in Kankakee, Illinois. Um, I grew up in a fairly politically conscious home. My mom is pretty apolitical, but my dad more than made up for that. He's extremely conservative and very outspoken. And I guess I don't know exactly when or how, but at some point I guess there just felt like something inherently wrong with the rhetoric that I was bombarded with, and and I feel like my attraction to progressive values was born very early on, but I didn't have an outlet for it most of my life until I moved down here for college in 2011, and I think that's really what kind of and getting hooked up with the right people is really what kind of sparked my interest in a much bigger way. Yeah, the first time was it was early 2011, I believe, when the union strikes were happening in Madison, Wisconsin. And I actually went up with my cousin Stefan and a few others, and we spent a couple of days up there. And that's really the first time I really took part in a movement that the first time that I really felt like the power of that many people in one space at one time, and it was super exciting to me, and yeah, really invigorating. But it was transformative in the way that I saw what I could do in the world, and I realized that there could be an outlet for this, and that people were taking action, and that people were engaged, and yeah, that I could be doing a lot more myself. And I realized, kind of in my later teen years, that my dad was kind of the black sheep of his family, in that he was kind of an outlier, and I kind of found myself commiserating with other people within the family. Stefan definitely being one of them, who introduced me to the idea of social anarchism first, he had already lived down here in Bloomington, and was telling me about the formation of the free school, which I thought was awesome, and I immediately wanted to be down here to be a part of it. So yeah, he definitely had a big influence. Yeah, it was a very interesting family dynamic, and yeah, my relationship with my dad has always been very strained, and I've always tended towards other folks in my family much more. I didn't spend a lot of time in college. I can't tell you the last time I picked up a book. But yeah, I found a lot of solace in family and friends, and just kind of trying to hash out these issues for myself, which is an ongoing process. I remembered in middle school, actually, I was fairly apolitical at that point. And I don't even remember how, but I stumbled upon a lot of the movement artwork that came out of the student and labor movements in France in 1968. This amazing creative output, and just this beautiful artwork, created communally. And like I said, I don't remember how I even stumbled upon that, but I became so infatuated with it, and loved it so much and loved the idea of this community creating this stuff, that I think that actually left a really big impact, especially considering, that I'm an artist now as well. But I go back to the artwork of that time period a lot, actually, and there's something about it that I'm always striving towards, actually.